Hello, lovely. Right. So today on Ready Steady Cook, yeah, we're going to be doing sausage, potato, onion and egg rissoles, yeah, and in a marked departure from the two previous episodes, I've put an apron on. Can you see that, the apron? Yeah, because rule number one, yeah, in food hygiene is hide the shit, yeah? In fact, that's rule number one in life, is hide the shit. Right, so on that note, I'm going to take the apron off, yeah? And I'm going to keep my chef's hat on. It's my chef's hat. Yeah? Can you see my chef's hat? Yeah? Good. Okay, and let's get started. Let's get cooking. Okay? Right. So we need the oil. Medium hot heat. Yeah? Okay, so on that note, poured in a little bit of oil. Okay, not too much, doesn't need much. You just need to make sure that the heat is right. Yeah, it's important that the heat is right, because they're going to cook to a golden brown. Yeah, and that's golden brown, which is a texture like sun. Plays with my mind. Yeah. Tum tiddly tum tum. I think those were the lyrics, weren't it? And which band was that? Who did Golden Brown? Come on. Good. Was Golden Brown the Stranglers, the Damned or the Clash? Golden Brown texture like... No? You don't remember? They also did Duchess. Yeah, they also did Go Buddy Go, Peaches, Working on the Beach. No? Something Better Change. Yeah? Okay, so the oil there seems to be. So which are you going for? You're going for the Stranglers. Oh, where is that not? Yes, that's solid. Okay, that's good. That is solid. Yeah, for those of you that are worried about the heat tipping over. Yeah, that is solid. Yeah. Okay. In any case, Nicole's well covered with a flammable duvet. Yeah, health and safety. Yeah. But for those of you that like to point fingers, this Noya Mate thing, yeah, is fireproof. Okay. Now we got, that's the potato, onion, yeah, egg mix I prepared. Yeah, I've got to put a bit more egg in it to bind it, to hold it all together. Yeah. I'm using Mac and Brothers sausages because, in my opinion, they're the best. I don't mind me saying so, because the cube, yeah, is way long enough already, and yeah, we all need to get a good night's sleep, but the Macklin Brothers sausages, because they ain't got no herbs or spices in them, this particular one, which is perfect for this recipe, because the sausage, potato, onion and egg and chestnut rissoles are going to speak for themselves. Hopefully they're going to be golden brown, and that is desperately trying to be a tad annoying. So what I'm going to do is get that there. Okay, I'm going to put 2 there. That is perfect. Okay, now we are good. We're good to go. Yeah, it's a medium heat anyway. So the ground chestnut is out of a packet. Yeah, I could roast them in the oven, grind them up, yeah, use a grater, but that'll take too long. We're going to do lovely jubbly sauce as well, but that also takes too long, so we're going to not worry about the lovely jubbly sauce. You are going to have it, just no one's going to see it, because that's our special sauce, and at this stage I don't even know what's going in the lovely jubbly sauce, so I just know it's going to be lovely jubbly. Is it going to be lovely jubbly? It's going to be lovely jubbly. Anyway, so we're going to do the mix now. Okay, yeah, sausages, and you do need to take the skin off. Yeah, you've got the chestnut mix, eggs, the potato mix you've seen. We might put a bit of garlic in, but you don't need it. Be with you shortly. Right, the skin's just going to add a bit of flavour there, plus it gives me an idea of the temperature of the oil, which is important because you can only get the light golden brown crust, yeah, if the temperature of the oil's right. Yeah, and the other thing is, don't put too many patties, don't put too many rissoles in. Yeah, let's call them patties. So call them rissoles, in Italian polpette, but we're going to call them rissoles. Yeah, or patties if you prefer, because that's what we're going to do. Anyway, one sec, just going to wash my hands. Yeah, so we have a look at this now, and I'll turn them over, because those are the skins yeah, and that brown, yeah, is far, it's not far, it's, I mean, it's a nice brown, but that ain't golden brown, that's more a darker brown. So what you need to do is turn this down slightly, yeah, so not only is the skin, flavouring the oil, yeah, it's also giving you an idea of the heat, yeah, because it has, it's slight, the heat should be slightly under medium. You can take your time cooking these, yeah, because it makes sure that the sausage meat gets cooked right through, but most important, well, as importantly, yeah, is the taste, yeah, and the crunch, yeah, and in order to get that nice golden crunch and cook right through, yeah, that's what you need to do. So they do, it is more a low to medium heat. Right, and for those of you that like to complain and or have letters after their name, I'm watching the pan the whole time. I'm a few seconds away, yeah, yeah, you're about a metre and a half away, so, right, okay, now, what we need to do, finishing off the mix. You good, sweetie? Yeah? There you go. Right, there we go. Okay. Right, now what we need to do I'm going to take the skin out now. Yeah. Flavoured the oil nice. Yeah. We're just going to, that's it, that's lovely. Right, hang on. So here we go. Now I'm using a ring because if the mix is right, loose enough, it will just automatically, and I'm going to turn it down just a tiny bit more. This is why I use the smaller ring on the inside. Just right, okay. We use a small ring, and if the mixture is loose enough, yeah, it will automatically just pat down, and you can pat the top of it, yeah, so you want it cooking evenly, golden brown underneath. Now the size of the mix is about a small clementine. Once I've mixed it all up, the egg and yeah, potato, onion, sausage, it's about a small clementine or a large plum is enough. Yeah. So there you go. For those that are watching, that's the right size that goes in the ring, like that. And then what happens is it will just, the mixture is loose enough to get the right texture inside, it will automatically just go flat because of the bulk, the weight, which is why you do about that size. You can actually do a slightly bigger size, yeah, but because we've got a smaller pan, yeah, and not such a workable hob, yeah, so again we put it in the ring, yeah, it's coated in that is corn flour. Well, it's a mix. I've used corn flour and a slightly heavier flour. You can play around with flours and coatings, it depends on what kind of crumb you want. Yeah, but now you just do those slightly, yeah, and what we're going to do is we're going to pat them down. We're going to pat them down with the patter. Let me get the patter. Right. This is the patter. Yeah. You just slightly pat, and now when they're slightly patted, yeah, when you turn them over, they'll do exactly the same thing. Yeah, hang on. Now there you go. You can tell there you've got a nice golden brown, but they're cooking quite quickly. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, now we've turned the heat down, the other side ain't going to cook so quickly. Yeah. So it'll get golden brown over a period of time. So we can look there. Can we see those? Yeah. That one's a little bit more brown. Been in there for longer. I turn this over. Okay. And again, now to cook them through, we're just going to pat them down like this. The heat is less. Okay. patter, yeah. This is the light patter, yeah. And by doing that, you get a nice even cook, yeah. Inside, bigger pan, yeah. I can different hob. I can control it a little bit better, but this is still good, yeah. I've just got to, and also by flattening it like this, yeah, it means that the ingredients are cooking through quicker, so it's less likely to catch underneath, yeah. This here, right, so this is my big patter, yeah. This is ancient, yeah, for those of you that know about these things, yeah. £7 crane, yeah, that is, yeah, so that I might use for steaks and different stuff, but we don't use it that much these days, okay. But some of you will know what that is, and that actually comes from the mill, and I hope people who know me won't mind me saying this. This came from the mill where probably the greatest person, greatest guy I've ever had the pleasure of spending time with, a guy called Lindsay, and this was when I first moved to Yorkshire, yeah, it was many moons ago, coming up 35 years, longer now, yeah. And we lived in a cave, and this guy could do, he was down the row of houses a piece, and he could do anything, yeah. And I didn't like to trouble him, but he just took me under his wing, and he said, look, if I'm busy, yeah, you just ask me, and I'll tell you, and I'll give you the kit that you need to do certain things. And these old houses, they're 120 years old now, because they were turn of the century mill cottages, and they were caves inside, and you were working on, yeah, stuff inside, yeah, that was tantamount to cave electrics, cave piping, yeah. And he'd lived there all his life, so he just knew it all. I was in the early 20s, he was in his mid 30s, had two lovely little kids, and everyone loved him. Anyone that knew him, they loved him. He was, people talk about king of the jungle, but this guy, he was the king of the village, yeah. Everyone wanted a piece of that guy, yeah. And he was so happy in his own company that he just wanted to go out fishing. There were a few streams, because it was a tiny little village back then. Tiny, it was like on a hilltop, yeah, in the heart of the Pennines. And he just knew, like we learnt London as little kids, yeah, he just knew every single little nook and cranny of the surrounding forest and woodland areas, where he used to take his dog, yeah, all the little waterfalls which weren't on the map, everywhere. And he just, well, for some reason he really enjoyed my company, and he just used to take me to all these places, yeah. He was such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful guy. I mean, he had a smile. His smile was like, the closest thing I've seen to that smile was Otis Redding, yeah. It was like that. It was huge. It was like the smile of the man in the moon. But he just, and he was, this guy, I know I'm bigging it up, but I'm not even scratching the surface, yeah. He was just an amazing man, certainly to me, yeah, and certainly he was who everyone turned to, everyone wanted a piece of in the village, yeah. And sadly, he got cancer, and he passed away. And it used to upset me a lot thinking about it, but now I think about the quality time we spent together and all the little places he showed me, yeah, where he used to take his dog everywhere. So I don't think so much about his sad passing, yeah, but he worked at the mill, yeah, where I bought this. They turned the mill into an antique shop, yeah, and when we went up there a couple of years ago, yeah, pick up them car magazines, them from that guy in the Lake District, yeah, them auto car from the 40s and 50s, yeah, boxes of them, yeah. You won't remember, we gave them to the Ace Cafe, yeah, and on our way up we stopped over close to the village that I first moved to, and I bought that as a souvenir, because I'm sure it was a wood mill when I was there, but I never went in the mill, and that's where he worked, yeah. I say works, I mean he could do it all, yeah. Should have been owning that mill. Right. So that, let's have a look, see how we're doing. Hang on. See, look at that, lovely colour. Yeah, lovely colour. Lovely colour. Okay. There we go. Lovely colour. Yeah. Now we've been talking for what? 20 minutes. Yeah. Well, I've been talking for about 20 minutes. Let me just have a look. Yeah. Let's have a look. And we're up to 28 minutes. Yeah. So sausages take 10 minutes to cook. Alright, so these have been going for about 20 minutes, so we know, yeah, it's all nicely cooked through. What I am going to do though, just to enrich it, it doesn't really need enriching, but it's just to add to the golden brown nature. It's just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Right, because what I want to do is now tip the garlic in, because we're not putting the garlic in the mix, we're just using the garlic, yeah, for part of the lovely jubbly sauce. And for me, garlic's better when you don't really cook it that much. I'm just going to tip the garlic in there. Okay. Just going to flavour things slightly. We're going to use that for some kind of lovely jubbly aioli. Yeah. Maybe some rosemary and gherkin, a few other bits and pieces in there. A bit of horseradish, tiny bit of sweet mustard. Yeah. And that'll be lovely jubbly. Okay. So there we go, there we have it. All done, and we're going to stop it there. Yeah, just okay. All done. Off. Right, so there we have it. Let me just get a bit of colour. Hang on. Bit of colour. Okay, there we go. And that's it. I think we're going to stop it there. Yeah. People have an idea about the lovely Jubbly sauce. That's all off. And let's stop it. What do you think? You looking forward to them? Yeah? What do they smell like? They smell good? Yeah. Just have to let them cool down a bit first. Yeah? Too hot for little uns. Bye bye. Ah.